Welcome to Detroit and Ford Field as we anticipate a terrific matchup in this one. Hello and welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, home of the Falcons here in Atlanta, Georgia. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Wolverines ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Arkansas's offense will go on the attack first. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments. It is so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right, and tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back for a senior year too. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't sure if they were going to lose him to the portal or not. He decided to come back. He believes this offense can do something special, and if they're going to do that, then he's obviously going to have a big year.
Looking for a physical attack from the guy. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. The Razorbacks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Power football with the run. Quick spin on the run. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
Well, he shows you his speed and his power on that run. As far as I can think back to, Arkansas football always comes down to being able to run the football on offense. It's about grinding and wearing the opponent down. They always seem to be able to recruit outstanding athletes at that position. This guy is
turning it on. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that diamond.
Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Leaves it with the running back. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Trying play action. Moves around to clear up the vision. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Razorbacks! They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
They did a really good job of setting the tone and stringing that drive together. It was a long drive. They needed to convert some specific spots. They did it, and here's how they ended it, with physicality. Punch him in the mouth, opening this game with a statement, and they got the early lead.
So Michigan's offense has its first opportunity of the day. It's not always easy to know what you're going to get when you come into a new situation as a transfer, but one thing, David, that will translate for this guy, when there's a hole, he knows how to hit it.
Yeah, and how nice is it to have a guy, man, you know exactly what he is, who he is. He's been around your program.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
The Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to throw, it's Baker. Shoots it to the left. He makes a catch. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Offense goes on the attack on 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
And the Wolverines line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Grab near the marker. It's Brown. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Great job by the quarterback there. He saw the safety bite on the run fake. So as the safety comes running downhill, he now knows he has the slant throw to his receiver on the outside.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Motion from the wideout. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Jackson will throw. Got a man. It's Bray. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 10, and he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Arkansas!
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
On the move from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that.
Speeding down the left side. Past the 30. The tag. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
This should be the last play of the quarter. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brown. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They've got a first down here to open the period. They'll send the back in motion. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early...
There he goes! He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Razorbacks will line it up on 1st and 10. The give out of the gun. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off. And really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive routes.
Jackson going to throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Ferguson. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. The Razorbacks started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Looking to throw. Into the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. What a good job by the defense to force that play outside.
And it's tough when you're a defense and you have to play fast and aggressive. Those counter plays are usually something that's good to run at them, but if you can be...
Turning on the Jets. And they'll bring him down after the long completion and explosive pass play for this offense.
This defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Using the quick game. Breaks into the open. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Well, this quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really, really nice groove right now.
Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
They'll try to run for it. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. He splits the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Tennessee managed to eke out the victory in a tighter-than-expected one, and they'll be sitting at the top of Rocky Top after this one, no matter the final score. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Turning it on! They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run the guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Jackson will throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. That's reeled in, it's Ferguson. Gashing the deal. Touchdown, Razorbacks. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you have my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
He'll bring it out. It's Travis. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Wants to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Murphy. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Wolverines with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Takes the grab. Just has a knack of finding that crease and gets it down to the 41. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the catch, and it'll be 3rd down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration. And the Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Looking to throw, it's Baker. Now adjusting. And down he goes. Tried to pick his way free, but the defense stops him behind the line.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
Punt is on its way. And that is how a punter helps out his defense, pinning them deep in their own territory. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David.
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
Pulls it in. It's Brown. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Offenses are doing such a great job now with putting so many wide receivers on the field that they get good matchups and they just attack you to make big plays.
Catch in the middle. It's Johns. And he's brought down after a nice gain. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
He leaves it with his back. Got the first down and more. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Arkansas. Once he got some room, it was over.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've had ourselves a really entertaining first half.
And the Razorbacks will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Travis. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So here comes the Michigan offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score, I get a stop. I score, I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. To the air. It's Baker. Pocket breaking down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And this defense is just simply not playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time. Third play of the drive, they get a sack. They're staying aggressive, and they're getting after this quarterback.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's taking the shot. Makes the catch down the right side. They make the stop, but this junior loves to show off his arm strength, and he did it there.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage. And
there he goes. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And this QB is dialed in. You've already seen the passing ability to make plays down the field. But how about this? Running the option as well. The diversity in this offense, really hard to stop, and he's having a day.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They'll give him one to the 28-yard line.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
They just find ways to find the big fellas. Those big tight ends are huge targets for the quarterbacks. The throws are usually in between the numbers. That makes it pretty easy. Usually sure-handed guys like that just come across the field and make plays for them.
He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory, too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Pushes toward the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Razorbacks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Got a man. It's Ferguson. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Jackson gonna throw it. Quick completion on the out.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
They go to the ground. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd. We've been treated to an aerial show by these 2 guys so far as you check out their numbers. So 1st down will open up the final period. Here's the handoff. Brings him to the open. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. How in the world did the offense retain possession? The Razorbacks back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the ring. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country, But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get into a rhythm.
Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Makes a connection. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. To the air, it's Baker. Pressure coming. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
The Wolverines have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Wolverines, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The Wolverines want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He'll pull it down.
Man, now if this offense could go back, they'd be like, throw it away. Don't take the sack earlier in the downs because the scramble now puts you in a good 4th down situation. Interested to see what this offense does, but they got to stay away from those negative plays.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. The offense starts this drive in the shadow of its own end zone. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And with a lead like they have here in the 4th quarter, no question this offense is going to continue trying to pound the rock. They're going to run the football and try to ice this game.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Jackson will throw. He's got it. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the game.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
That's caught. It's Ferguson. And he picks up the first down, and he does it. I'm not going to say spin move. That was a pirouette. It was elegant. It was beautiful. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going. You're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
With the catch, it's Brown. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The Razorbacks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Now the play fake. Makes the grab. It's Johns. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it.